Hey, welcome back. I'm Dustin.
I'm Leslie.
And we're the Wayward Waggs. We got some comments last week about audio.
Yeah.
We're working on audio. It's a little echoey in here. There's not a lot in the studio.
No, this is a hard room.
It is. So we got some stuff hung up, some curtains and some soundproofing stuff. So hopefully that'll help a little bit. But
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We got Scott with us today.
Yeah, say hi, Scott. Say hi.
And we also got more comments about, hey, how come you guys weren't on last week? Well,
yes.
We're not doing every week.
No, we are
anymore.
not.
We're doing every other week. Every once in a while we'll do back-to-back weeks if we have like sponsorship requirements.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we're just every other week, no pressure. So
yeah,
expect to not see us every week, but some weeks you will see us back-to-back.
Yeah.
This new format's new to us, so just let us know. I mean, if you want to see us more often, maybe we'll adjust and start doing more. But for now, every other week's good for us.
Seems to be fine, yeah.
The fun part about this new format is I know what we're going to talk about. Leslie doesn't know what we're going to talk about. So you'll get like her candid responses to
scares me a little.
whatever we're going to talk about. So I have papers in front of me. She doesn't. And you know, last week or a couple weeks ago when we did our video, we didn't have the computer here, but there were some things that we talked about and I was like, I don't know. I wish we could just look it up. So we're going to keep the computer here in case we need to look stuff up or in case we want to see something that we're talking about.
Verify something.
Yeah. So we also want to we also want to clarify that we are still helping veterans.
Oh yeah.
We have enough money now to do a donation. You can go ahead and put him down. He's probably wants it down. I don't want him to jump. It's a pretty high table.
Jump.
So we're still helping veterans, but because we're not traveling in our RV around the country, it's going to look a little different.
Yeah.
There's only a couple of organizations that are within driving distance of us, which we've already donated to one of those.
Yeah, and there are organizations around, but the kind that we want to donate to,
the smaller,
it narrows it down even more. And then we're just going to wear them all out and be stuck with nothing.
And we don't do duplicates. We want to make a different impact.
Yeah.
So what we're doing now is we're members of the Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association. We have been for like 10 years.
Yep.
And so what they do is they help organizations also, but they also help individual veterans who have individual needs. So if that means, you know, doing some remodeling, some renovating, or some fundraising.
Hard times.
Helping with Christmas.
Yeah.
Mowing lawn, building porches, ramps, decks, handicap accessible stuff. You know, homeless vets that are just trying to get on their feet, maybe with some kitchen equipment, or whatever the case is, but it's more individualized.
Yeah, it brings to the motto of our association is vets helping vets.
Exactly.
Helping your own.
So you're going to see some of that from us, and when we do those types of donations, we will film it, and it'll be here on the channel, so you'll know exactly where your money is going to. And if you want to help us help veterans, everything you need to know is down in the description, every way that you can do that. Most of the ways are free. If you're sitting here watching this video right now, you're already helping, and it's not costing you any money.
Yeah.
But there are a couple other ways that you can help if you want to get even more involved. Let's talk about
Hit me.
some sports.
Okay. One thinking that was going to be it.
Well, yeah, because there's so much going on in sports. It's a great time of year. We just wrapped up the national championship.
Well, that was a good game.
College football national championship. Congratulations, Ohio State. I wasn't rooting for Ohio State. But
In our Patreon group, I think me and Amy and George,
the only ones.
because they're a married couple, we were the only ones rooting for Ohio. Everybody else was fighting Irish.
Well fought. The 7 seed and the 8 seed, which, I mean, in any other format would have never even taken place.
True.
They would never even have been in the national championship. So I love the college football playoff system.
Yeah.
I think it's more competitive. I think it's more fair.
It was entertaining.
Yeah, so congratulations to Ohio State. And
I was born there, so I was really looking forward to them being able to celebrate.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of Notre Dame either, but I'm a Mizzou fan.
Yeah.
And they're never going to make it to the national championship, so I just root for whoever I like the best. at the time.
Next up, yeah.
So in this case, it was Notre Dame, but that didn't happen. So then we also got the NFL playoffs are going on. We got the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship coming up. Matter of fact, when this video comes out, it'll be today that those games are happening for you watching. And so we got the Kansas City Chiefs and Buffalo Bills playing in Kansas City.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
What do you think?
I'm hoping for the Bills.
Yeah, me too. I think most of the country's hoping for the Bills, but
I was hoping the Lions and Bills were going to be a Super Bowl matchup.
I did too.
So that was a big heartbreak to see the Lions get knocked out.
I am hoping for the Bills, but I think Kansas City will win.
They managed to pull it out of their butts somehow.
Every
time this season. So it won't surprise me.
And there's lots of controversy online, if you read about the refs.
All the memes that are going around, the refs have already...
They've already called
the game.
Roughing the passer before the game even started.
Yeah.
Protecting Mahomes. I don't know. I mean, here's the bottom line, and I'm an umpire in baseball, so I tell the coaches this in the pre-game meeting. I said, look, if you're making great plays and you're scoring lots of points, the interpretation of a call or two is not going to make or break you.
Yeah.
So don't let the refs' interpretation of a rule or interpretation of a penalty cost you the game. If you're playing well enough, you don't have to worry about that stuff.
True.
So, but if it's close, it could come down to a referee's interpretation.
You have two great teams who are playing both very well.
Yeah.
Those little minor infractions are going to make or break the game.
It is. And then on the NFC side, we have the Eagles and the Commanders playing in Philly. So 2 cold games coming up.
Very cold.
But who you got?
I'm not a fan of either one per se.
I'm not either.
And my family despises the Eagles, but I'm rooting for the Eagles.
I'm rooting for the Commanders, but I think the Eagles will win. I think we're going to have a Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl, but it doesn't matter to me. Whoever wins that AFC matchup, I will be rooting for them in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Well, I'm an AFC guy. I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, so I generally will root for the AFC.
Okay.
No matter what.
I'm a uniform colors fan.
Yeah. We have a league that we do through our Patreon, and so it's just a pick 'em league where you pick the winners each week. And how do you pick yours?
By whose colors uniforms look the best at that given game.
And she outscored me by picking the prettiest uniforms.
And sometimes it gets hard when they're both decent.
Yeah.
Then you're like, oh, well, now I got to maybe pay attention to some stats for a minute.
Which I don't know why you never picked. You never picked the Dolphins just because it's me? Because they got nice looking uniforms.
I do pick them I think I picked them twice this year for some reason. Yeah. Yeah, theirs isn't bad. But yeah, mostly because you want me to pick.
What's your least favorite uniform?
Oh, God. It's probably the Steelers.
Oh, when they wear the bumblebees?
Oh, I really hate the bumblebee one. That one's terrible. I hate throwback uniforms.
Every time that comes on, I know she hates it so much. Every time that comes on, they're wearing the bumblebees. I'm like, Leslie, come look. The Steelers are wearing your uniforms.
That's so nasty. I mean, I'm not... I like the Browns, but I don't like their colors. That's terrible. That's terrible colors.
Yeah.
Who likes orange and brown?
So Leslie's more like a player fan or a coach fan.
I am a coach fan.
Yeah.
I follow coaches, not teams, and
which is hard nowadays because coaches get fired like every 2-3 years.
They do, and usually I'll try to like another coach, but I can't. I just can't.
So right now you like Joe Burrow.
I do like Joe Burrow.
So she's been rooting for Bengals.
He's a cutie patootie. So yeah, I am rooting for him.
Okay.
Not necessarily like the Cincinnati as a whole.
Just want Joe to win.
I want him to have a great football career. So if it means they have to win,
it's like a big Macaulay Culkin.
He's so not a Macaulay Culkin.
He looks like Macaulay Culkin.
He looks way better than Macaulay Culkin.
I'm gonna put a side by side, and you can be the judge of whether this dude looks like Macaulay Culkin.
I'm not sure that I'm like loving the frosted tips.
I think he kind of grew out of that. I mean, he started the season off with that, but it improved.
Yeah, and now that it's toned down and almost grown out, that's better. But at first I was like, whoa, what did you do to yourself?
In local sporting news, let's talk about local sporting news.
Okay.
Cornhole. We started off the year pretty well.
Yes.
You already got your first win.
I did.
Of the year. And we've played in 4 tournaments. You picked up a win.
Yes.
Well, I played in 4 tournaments. You played in 3.
Yeah.
And I started off the year with 3 second place finishes.
Yeah.
And I thought I was just going to stay silver all year, but this past Sunday I won my first one of the year. So.
Yeah. You went to another town's home court.
Well, yeah, the local club in the next town over was talking a bunch of shit. And they're like, hey, come out here so we can beat your ass. And I'm like, all right.
You're like holding a beer.
So I went out there and beat them all up and then took all their money and came home.
That's right. You gave it to me.
So that's it for sports.
That was fun though.
But yeah, we're loving the cornhole thing. We got the cornhole pads in the backyard and we're out there all the time.
And I'm getting better.
Yeah, getting really good.
Getting better.
Really good. So what we do is we break it down. The tournament that we play in, you play like a couple of games, and then based off of your stats, it'll get broken into the top half and the bottom half, and then so the upper tier shooters will shoot in a tournament, and the lower tier shooters will shoot in their own tournament. So they basically split. And so it's more competitive.
I'll give you a guess who shoots in the upper tournament and who shoots in the lower tournament.
Look, you're going to be in the uppers. You're going to be in the uppers soon. She was like close already.
I was on the bubble this last time.
You were close.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be very long before you're there.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, what else you got?
Shifting gears.
All right.
This is going to be fun.
Oh, God.
Let's talk about, because this is something we can talk about every video almost.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about what Leslie's ordering on Amazon. So Leslie,
you're Amazon shaming me right now.
Amazon queen. Okay, so we get packages.
I know our mail service hates me.
3 or 4 times a week at least.
Yeah, and they're probably wondering like, why can't this woman just order everything she needs for the week at once in one shipment?
Because she's like, ooh, I just thought of this.
I just realized I need this.
I just thought of that, and then she'll just buy it. So. I don't even, and sometimes stuff will show up. She's like, I don't even remember what I ordered.
Yeah, he goes,
I'm like, what is that?
Oh,
she's like,
what's that? What'd you order? I'm like, I honestly don't remember anymore.
I'm like, that's when we know you have a problem. Okay, if you can't remember what you've ordered or what's showing up or what day, like it's.
Well, Alexa reminds me what's coming.
Borderline problem.
Yeah, sometimes I look at the box. I'm like,
By the way, you can't say Alexa on a YouTube video because people who are watching it, their devices will be going off every time you say Alexa.
My bad.
So if I just said Alexa and your Alexa device went off, I apologize.
You're cruel.
I'm just trying to get it to go off now.
Everybody's cursing you right now.
Ours is in the other room, so they can't
hear us.
Can't hear us and pick us up.
Oh, God.
All right, so the first thing was, and so this is another way that you can help us help veterans, by the way. We have an Amazon affiliate link, and we have an Amazon store. I'll put all the stuff that we talk about in the store, and I'll leave a link in the description. So if you want, it doesn't cost you anything extra. You go on Amazon, it still costs you the same price. We get a little bit of kickback. We give that to veterans. Everybody wins. So look for that in the description. But the first thing was the window cling film thing for the bathroom.
Yes.
Which I was
like it.
Yeah, but I mean, these are things, I was like, whatever. I don't care.
Well, I know. You could take it or leave it, but
it does look better.
It looks nice.
Because our window was just regular frosted. And so now it has like a little design on it.
To it.
So that's good.
Pizzazz.
And so now you're talking about getting one for the other.
For the spare bathroom window. So I can open the blinds and let the light in.
Yeah, I think it looks good. It wasn't that expensive.
No.
So here's one that's going to blow your mind. For all those of you who have been following us for years, as we were traveling on the road, Leslie ordered cookbooks.
Oh, I did. I have like 4 or 5 of them now.
We got, I'm just talking about.
But they're specialized.
Yeah, so we got a convection oven cookbook and an air fryer cookbook that just came.
For full-size convection ovens and full-size air fryers.
Yeah, because
not just the little air fryer cookbooks.
The new stove that we got has a built-in convection oven and air fryer.
Yeah.
So
I need new temps, new times for cooking things.
And honestly, we just want different stuff in the rotation, man.
Yeah.
We're always eating the same shit over and over again.
We do. We tend to gravitate to the same stuff. So I'm trying to change it up.
But it's hard because like you try something new and you're like, ugh, I don't like it. And then you're just like, eat it or make something different, and it's just a pain when you can just make what you know you like.
I can suck it up and eat it even if I don't really care for it. You will not.
I couldn't. Like last night I couldn't eat the pork chops. The flavor was great, we didn't get our pork chops thick enough.
No, I needed thicker ones.
And so the time that we put in there, and then
because it was a sheet pan meal, so for everything else to cook properly, they got overcooked.
They were killed.
Yeah, I ate them.
I did not. I
It was
couldn't do it, man.
hard pass.
Yeah.
I used to, this will kill people, I used to eat a steak well done. So I can chew anything, honestly.
And my mom eats it well done.
Well,
I
yeah.
can't do it. It's shoe leather,
No.
man.
I go medium now, but
Yeah.
if that's the only thing in front of me, I can eat it.
All right, let's talk about your next order.
Okay.
Your knockoff Crocs.
I love my knockoff Crocs.
Yeah?
My
I was
knock
kind of
Crocs.
leery. Yeah, your knock Crocs. I was leery about this because I'm like, man, there's some things you can buy knockoffs of, and some things it's like, when you get it from like Temu or Wish or whatever, it's just junk.
Yeah.
It's either not comfortable or it'll fall apart or, the little strappy thing will pop off like the second use.
Yeah. These
So-
are really nice. I like them.
Yeah, they are really
And I
good.
like that the insert can come out.
I don't know what that means.
It's got more cushion, but you can take.
Oh, okay.
It's a removable piece to be what the normal regular Croc. would
I've never
be.
worn Crocs before, so I have no idea.
But I like it because I don't like to wear tennis shoes in the house.
I have like house shoes. I have specialized house shoes.
Yes,
'cause
yours are for plantar fasciitis.
I feel old as hell. I'm wearing orthopedic house shoes. You know what I'm saying? When I was like 16, 17 years old, if you would have told me I would ever wear orthopedic house shoes,
At
I'd be like,
46 years
just
old.
put me down. Just put me, life's over, just put me down.
Just
Put me out to pasture if I'm wearing orthopedic house shoes.
you love them.
I do. They're comfortable. Well, I have plantar fasciitis, so I have to wear something.
Yeah.
I can't just wear regular old Crocs and house
Yeah.
shoes. And I wear the Skechers Arch Fits
Fits,
to
yeah.
help me with that stuff. So
And so walking around this house these past couple months, being here,
on the hardwood.
and you would think it would have bugged me in the RV too, but it really didn't bug me all that much. I think because we were always out and about, so
Maybe.
it was very mild amount of
Well, and there
walking.
wasn't a lot of walking around in the RV, like to the bathroom, back to the couch, to the bedroom,
But
back to the couch.
It's a confined
The
space.
house
This
is-
is a lot bigger.
You get more steps to the house.
Yeah, so it was aggravating my feet.
And now chasing the grandbaby,
Yeah.
lots of steps through the house.
Yeah.
She's all over the place.
We call her Hurricane Harbor.
Yeah. But it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Um,
And I love my Crocs. They are wonderful.
Last thing we got for this episode of what Leslie's ordered is the salt and pepper grinder, which
Yeah.
we were due. We were due for that. We had the same salt and pepper grinder since before we hit the road, I think.
Yeah, we got it for the
Same one.
RV when we bought it.
This one's like sleek.
It is. It's very
Fancy.
stylish.
Very fancy.
Nothing fancy, but it looks
It looks fancy.
But it's
Yeah,
not. It
I
was
like
like
it.
$15.
So all this stuff wasn't very expensive. We'll
Yeah.
leave links in the description if you want to go and order some of this
I
stuff.
like my stuff.
So then the next big thing that's happened since the last episode is the presidential inauguration.
Yeah.
We don't talk about politics a lot on
No.
the channel, but it's a big deal. The inauguration's a big
It
deal.
was a big deal.
Once every 4 years it happens. And I feel like we need to talk about the Hamburglar hat.
I like that people are calling it that because now that they say it, yes, it does resemble. And like the Pizza Hut
Yeah.
hat, it looks like Pizza
Yeah.
Hut symbol
So
too.
Melania was wearing this hat, and I don't know why. I get it if it was an outdoor deal.
Yeah, if it would have stayed outdoors.
There was a couple other women that were wearing hats. That's okay. But, I mean, you couldn't even see her face.
No, it was very low profile.
And when the Don tried to reach in to get a kiss, he couldn't even get...
He had lost an eye.
Couldn't
He came in too fast.
even get in there, man. She had the drill sergeant brim going on. So
Yeah,
she
she
was
did.
like incognito. I don't think
Yeah.
she really wanted to have her eyes
But
seen.
the overall look was beautiful. It was a very fashion
Sure, it
statement.
was very expensive outfit.
Yeah. So,
But we watched a little bit. We're not ones to sit and watch the whole
yeah, I couldn't sit from start to
inauguration.
finish,
There's
no.
just so much going on, and
Yeah.
the speeches last forever. And then they clap like every 5 words.
And
for,
stand
and
and
I'm like,
applaud.
oh, it's gonna take forever.
Yeah.
And then he goes out into the steps and makes another speech, and then he goes into the arena and makes another
Another
speech,
speech.
and I'm like, he's saying all the
Speech
same
after
crap over and
speech.
over again.
Yeah.
So anyway, smart move for them to move it inside though.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh man.
Could you imagine having to sit out in that weather?
No, here's what really sucks though.
Yeah.
They set up like over 100,000 chairs outside.
Well, yeah.
Set up the stage. All these people did all this work to set it all up. Just tear it all back down. Could you imagine set up 100,000 chairs and then they go, never mind.
Thank you, but we passed.
I'm sure they got paid fine for it.
Oh yeah, but I think they should have seen that coming.
The other thing that I didn't know was I thought that this would happen over a period of time, like maybe a week or so. The process of the outgoing president moving out and the incoming president moving in, it happens during the inauguration. Like 6-hour period, that's when all that happens.
Yeah.
And they don't have like all the people who work in the White House have been vetted. So they're the ones that do it. The cooks, the maintenance people, the cleaning people, all that. They are the ones that do all this stuff. And so that's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
That's like the night after Halloween, switching Disney back from Halloween to Christmas, like overnight. That's a lot of work.
It's a magical team. It is. It's a lot of work.
That's it on inauguration. Let's talk about what we're watching.
Okay.
I thought this would be a fun subject to talk about, like the stuff that we're watching on TV. Because a lot of time people want ideas, especially people that are out there traveling. We did a lot of binge watching when we were on the road, and we still do. So, and we're not talking about stuff that we're watching on TV. We're talking about stuff that we're watching on like the streaming stuff.
Which we are big on limited series.
Yeah, that's the first one I wanted to talk about. The latest one that we watched was No Good Deed.
Yeah, very good.
Ray Romano, Lisa Kudrow.
Yes.
Now, we're not going to talk in full detail about what we're watching because we don't want to spoil it for you watching, but this is a great series.
That was a great
I haven't seen Ray Romano in a lot of stuff lately. I haven't seen Lisa Kudrow lately.
Forever.
So them coming together, and they both did a great job.
Yeah, it was a good
It's funny.
series.
Suspenseful. Crazy.
And serious.
Lots of twists.
Yeah.
Things you don't see coming.
Yeah.
So if you're into that kind of thing, and Ray Romano's just funny.
Yeah.
So.
Even when he's not trying, he's funny.
So go watch No Good Deed.
Yeah, that was a good limited series.
The next limited series, which was only a 2-episoder, was the Jerry Springer documentary.
Oh, yeah, that's a documentary. Yeah.
We don't watch a lot of documentaries, but we saw the preview for it. I was like, that's interesting because, I think everybody.
I mean, we all grew up on Jerry Springer.
Has watched Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, when you see the behind the scenes stuff and the interviews with the producers and how that went down, oh man, I'm like.
How those people who worked on that show didn't kill themselves.
Not only that, I'm like.
Because of the stress that they were under.
People are all probably going to hell.
Yeah.
For some of the stuff that they did.
Yeah.
I mean,
they had to give up morals for the show.
They had to sell their souls.
Yeah, that was tough. But it was very intriguing.
Watch the Jerry Springer documentary on Netflix.
And coming up soon
Yeah.
is going to be the 4-episode documentary of SNL.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
That's going to be worth watching.
That's going to be really cool.
SNL.
Yeah, because we love Saturday Night Live. We watch it every week.
That's going to be great.
And we've been watching that for years and years. And now on YouTube TV, which is how we stream all of our TV, they have a channel called TBD and it shows old Saturday Night Live all the time. So that's really great.
Yeah, it's so much fun to watch.
The other thing is Squid Game.
Yeah, you.
Season 2. Love Squid Game. I'm not a fan of watching those series where the lips don't match up. But I know this was filmed in South Korea.
This one does pretty well, though.
It does pretty well. The story moves along. And it's just interesting to me, like, man, that could be something that could really happen. Like, somebody could really put a game together like this, and that could be a real... So you put yourself into those situations that the players get into, and you're like, oh my gosh.
Like, I could see... Don't hate me for saying this.
Okay.
Though you say, like, could somebody really do that in real life? I could see taking life-term prisoners.
Oh, yeah.
And having a Squid Game.
Pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view. It makes some money. And...
I'm not proud of this, but I'd watch it.
I would watch it. And winner can get released.
I don't know about that. Maybe winner gets like a luxury cell.
A luxury cell. Okay. Or you take all death row people, and if you win, you get off death row. You don't get to leave prison, but you're off death row.
There could be some good spins on it.
Yeah.
It's not morally or ethically sound.
Oh, God, no. I mean, the things they do to these people is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's a good series.
Yeah.
We're having fun with it.
And then we had the great... We're not talking about what we're watching anymore. We had the great TikTok outage of 2025 for like...
A couple hours?
6 hours.
If that. I ain't gonna lie, I was okay with it going away.
I wouldn't have been too upset about it. There's other stuff that you can watch.
I don't even have it on my phone.
I watch TikTok, just it's a time passer and, something to do while you're just sitting there messing around. whatever. And there's some funny stuff on TikTok, man.
There's some that's debatable.
Yeah.
Because you like show it to me and you're dying laughing while I'm watching it and I'm like, really? This is what he's doing with his free time right now?
Yeah,
really?
that's exactly what I'm doing. It's hilarious. And then the last thing we're talking about is, man, the winter weather down here in the south. It's snowing in our house right now in central east Alabama.
It's 27 degrees.
And I don't
snowing.
mean like flurries. I mean like snowing, sticking inch or two.
They said
snow.
up to 3 inches today.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Look, it's probably been almost a decade since it snowed here.
Yeah, and it's been like at least 5 or 6 years since we've seen snow because we were just talking about it. And I think
first year on the road.
First year on the road, we didn't really know what the hell we were doing, and we didn't plan properly. We were in Oklahoma.
But it was the end of September, and we thought we were still going to be safe being September.
Yeah, we were not.
But they got some freak Arctic blast that came.
Anyway.
Yeah, but here, I mean, it's been at least a decade.
It's been a long time.
A long time. So that's
crazy. And we don't like it.
No. Don't like it at all. Like, it's pretty. It is pretty to see snow.
Yeah.
And like fields covered in snow and houses and peaks and all.
Yeah.
But it's not fun in reality.
No, and it just messes everything up. And I mean, we just got out of the car.
Oh my God.
There's like that dirty ice that sticks to the side of the car. That splattered
and is now frozen to the car doors.
Not
like
cool.
When you opened it, it cracked and shattered and fell off.
So now we're going to have mud puddles in the garage. And
yeah, my OCD does not like this stuff. Like how I survived Germany for 3 years is beyond my comprehension because that was the most dirty, messiest snow ever.
So now, when it snows, I'm just not allowed to leave the house because I track in stuff.
He does. He tracks in everything. It's not foremost on your mind to beat the crap out of your feet before you come in.
It's not.
It's on mine.
Well, that's it. For this episode, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
We will be back next week because we got that on the calendar, so you'll see us again next week. But hey, thanks for watching us, hanging out with us. Mm-hmm. And if you want to help us, help veterans, everything you need to know is right down in the description. All the links we talked about will be down there. And stick around for just a few seconds because we're going to honor a fallen hero like we do at the end of all of our videos. And we'll see you next week.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.